Good evening, everyone. So today we're trying to basically back up files. So the way we are going to back up files is we will have a current directory, which is the current this one here, and then we'll have a directory called backup. So what we'll do is let us check what files are there in the current directory. You can see we can there are four files, file 1 to file 4 in the current directory. So our main aim is to basically zip all this file into a zip file and then copy it into the backup file, because this is where our backup is stored. And then we need to unzip the zip file so that the same files uh, are also available in the backup directory. So this we have checked the current directory. Now let's check the backup directory. Okay, this is basically because I have already done this. So let me quickly remove file. Let's go and let's remove uh, anything that ends with .txt, right? So if we check, so this is basically a shortcut, which means anything all which ends with a txt extension. So now if we check the list the directory of files in the directory, we see nothing, right? So if we check, if we in folder, and if we check the current directory, these are the four files available. And if we check the backup directory, there are no files available in the backup directory, and our main aim is to zip these files into one zip file, bring it here, bring the zip file here and unzip it, and our main aim is to see the same exact thing in the backup directory too. So uh, now let's try to write a bash script or shell script that would achieve this uh, implementation, or that would achieve this our goal, right? So what we'll do is we'll create a bash file, which means uh, um, backup.sh, and what we'll do is we'll create this one. It's basically a indicator that this is a bash file. So what we will basically do is we will uh, specify the source and destination directories in the starting itself. So before doing that, what we need to do is we need to check, we need to we need to copy this path. Why you ask, Alex? I'll tell. uh, Now we are back inside the bash script, and let me declare two variables, which are the source directory, which is equal to this one, and the test, or we can say test directory, which is the destination directory, which is equal to the same. And what was our source? Our source was current directory in the current folder, and our destination directory is the backup directory. So what we'll do is right. So yeah, and this is the, and, and this is the, yeah. So now we have successfully initialized what are the folders we will be working with. Now let us create a format for the zip file we are going to create. Basically, we are going to zip all the text files in the current directory, and so we should give the zip file a name, right? So for that, what I'm thinking is, I want the I want the zip file that is created be in this format. It should be like this: backup and time stamp time. So what is timestamp? Timestamp is basically the year, month, date, and hours, minutes, and seconds of the creation or modification of the file. So first, let's create the timestamp, which is if you want to get the timestamp, we can use the date plus, and here we're going to put the format year, and then the month, and then the date, and here the hours, minutes, and seconds, right? And we want this file. Yeah, this is basically the time we are the time it this will the timestamp will always be allocated the time at what the zip files are created, right? So then we will create a zip zip file, and we will assign this I remember I told you backup underscore timestamp, right? That is the format of the zip file. So that's what we're gonna do. It should be back, backup underscore, and we'll have the timestamp. So the dollar basically implies that it's a variable that's been declared previously, right? And we should not forget that it should be a dot zip because we're zipping the files. So now, so we have created a zip file for us, and we're all set to do the zipping and unzipping. So first we need to go into the source directory, and we need to uh, we need to take all the text files and zip them into this zip file that we just created. So let's change directory into the current directory. What is the current directory? The current directory is the source directory. So source directory we have changed. We are inside the source directory, and so now that we are in the source directory, we need to locate all the text files, especially text files, and zip them into the zip file we have created. So what we'll do is we will zip recursively. Recursively means we should not leave any file that we specify. So basically, recursive in a recursive manner, not leaving any file we specify. That is minus R option. So what we'll do is we will zip recursively into the uh, zip file zip file with all the files that end with .txt. So basically what we're going to do is we need to zip recursively into the zip file that we have created. What we should zip, what files we should zip? We should zip all the uh, text files, all the text files. That is what the star implies, all text files into the zip file. So the zipping, so how do we check if the zipping is done or not? uh, we'll check it by an if condition. uh, this is basic. So a dollar question mark is basically to check if the previous operation is successful or not, and if it is equal to 0, then what we'll do is we will echo that the uh, zip file has been created successfully. So that's what we're going to do. And after, so and now we have created a zip file, but what we want to do, we need to move the created zip file into the destination directory. That is our main goal, right? So we will move the zip file into the destination directory. And now if did the zip file actually got moved into the destination directory, we will apply the same if condition by checking if the last the last command was successful, which is if dollar question mark is equal to 0, then what we'll do is we will echo that the transfer of zip file is successful. So we would know that the zip file has been successfully transferred into the destination directory. And now what we want to do is we need to change. Now we have transferred the zip file. What we need to do, we need to unpack or unzip the zip file inside the directory, inside the destination. So first of all, uh, pay attention that we are right now, as of now, we are inside the source directory, but we need to get into the destination directory. So we'll get into the destination directory, and what we'll do, we will unzip. We will unzip the zip file. Right now that we have unzipped the zip file, so we should pay close attention here that now now that we have moved the zip file into the destination and also unzipped it there itself, what we'll have is we will have a zip file and also and again the contents of the zip file. So we'll basically have two copies of the zip file in a way. So what we need to do is we need to remove. Okay, now let's just first check what the output comes, and you will have a better understanding after getting the output. So if this condition fails, it will do is echo if the wasn't successful, transfer wasn't successful, and we'll close the if. And if this fails, we'll say uh, zipping of the file is not successful. Right? And then we'll close the if. So basically this is, so basically let's try to run this command, sorry, bash script, and let's see how it works. So let's try to run the backup .sh. Yeah. So what it says is the backup has been created successfully. The transfer of backup is successful. So now let's check what is there in the current directory. Exactly what we would expect. File 1, file 2, file 3, file 4. And now let's check the backup directory. And now here is the interesting thing. We have the zip files and again we have the contents of the zip file. So why was it? Let's go back and check. Uh, here we remember moving the zip file into the destination directory. That was the zip file we saw, the backup zip file we saw in the backup directory. And again we are unzipping here. So basically we are moving it and again unzipping it. So what we need to do is after unzipping it, we need to remove the zip file. We need to remove the zip file from the directory so that the only the files are there. So now let's go back and let's go to the backup directory and let's mm, remove all the files that are with text, and also let us remove the backup. So nothing is there. So let's again once check what's there in the current directory, the files we need, and let's check the backup directory, nothing. So remember, our main goal is to have the same format in the backup directory too. Now let's try to run the backup.sh. So the backup has been successfully created and the transfer has been successful, and we have extracted the files. Now again, let's check the current folder files. And now what we should be expecting is to see the same format in the backup directory too. And so is it. uh, that's been successful file transfer, file zipping, transfer and unzipping of the files. So thank you for watching. See you.